So Reform UK have blown up once again. You look back in time and they were pushing the jabs. Richard Tice went over to Ukraine as if he was supporting what was going on over there. They vetted their candidates before the elections using Hope Not Hate, and it transpires they've been doing this since 2011 at UKIP. Hope Not Hate are a known communist organisation and establishment. Zia Yusuf bought himself in as chairman. They ousted Ben Habib, a big personality that recognised that Brexit hadn't been done properly and disagreed with Farage over it. Howard Cox, well, he was good enough to stand in the London mayoral election, but the moment he mentioned Tommy Robinson's name, he was gone. And regardless of whether you're a fan of Tommy Robinson or not, he has the right to express his opinion. And then we have the Rupert Lowe situation, a sitting MP ousted, allegedly for some kind of misappropriate behaviour, but it transpires that that wasn't the case at all. Then they seem to wade in with the idea that he has dementia, but nobody else seems to recognise it. And so what he did? The regions seem to oust in chairman and other people who sit on the committee in favour of those that Zia Yusuf wishes to put in. Farage doesn't seem to be clear on repatriation of removing illegal immigrants. Rupert Lowe, of course, is, which is why he's got such a big following now. In your local elections, perfectly decent candidates has been vetted and then rejected. And then on the other hand, they're bringing in defectors from the Tory party, from Lib Dems and Labour. So you could hardly say that Reform are in opposition to the establishment now. They seem to be taking in their people. And throughout all of this, Reform UK have proved that they are not the party of freedom of speech and freedom of expression. They're not the party that supports the English Constitution. There are a number of ways that you can corral patriotic people. If you look back in the old BNP days, for instance, they were a grassroots organisation that started, as far as the establishment were concerned, to get a little out of control. So they put the secret services in to take over certain positions and essentially brought that party down. UKIP, historically, like the Bruges Group, were constitutional lawyers. They recognised that under the English Constitution, to hand over power, sovereign power to foreign entities such as the European Economic Community, which became the European Union, was essentially illegal under the English Constitution. So they were dealt with by dropping in some plants, people like Nigel Farage, into UKIP. And at that point they became establishment. Further to that, of course, a breakaway group, the Brexit Party, came about, and really they're a limited company with certain shareholders such as Nigel Farage and Richard Tice. And those people, they can't be ousted, so you can't suggest that it's the Democratic Party in any way. So the Brexit Party and the Reform UK Party don't even look like controlled opposition anymore. They just look like they're controlled. They're not opposition at all. They're a good mix of Lib Dem lights, Tory lights, with a bit of Labour socialism thrown in. But all in all, they're centre ground. And what this country needs is a right-wing, conservative, 1980s-style party that will support its own people. In the United States, you have secret societies such as Skull and Bones, people like John Kerry, the Bushes, the Clintons. And they always seem to rise to the top power positions. The UK is no different. It has its own secret societies. And the problem with these people that make oaths and sell their souls is their decisions seem a little suspect. They seem inconsistent with the values of the country that they're supposed to support. And some of YouTube's big supporters seem to come from a similar background. People with no discernible talent, but an overblown YouTube presence. So they say that these societies will give you your heroes. But can they be trusted?